guys, listen. So, it's culture stuff here, Tarry, the psychic medium, 14, 15 years. The word of the day is education, if you could see it. And the card of the day is a Two of Swords, which is all about, really listening to your intuition inside to discern, what is right, what is wrong, and perhaps what is the truth. We're in this mentality, well, this stupid ideology at the moment of, well, it's my truth, it's my truth. Okay, but we also have the truth. If you were a serial killer, murderer, and the police came to see you and you were like, yeah, but my truth is that, I don't really think that it happened. They'd be like, yeah, but the truth is that we have video evidence of you murdering somebody. The truth exists. Um, one of the things that I want to talk about, with a little bit of education is I think that the pursuit of knowledge is super important. I think that we should know things. I think that traditional university of Greek times was wonderful because it would look at how all modalities connect and interlink physics, mathematics, science, art, music, language. Now people are so pushed and kind of, I guess pushed is the word, to enter into the workforce and into the systems and structures and institutions that we already have established, that you come out with a degree or a certification, it don't mean you know shit. You might know whatever, but it don't mean you know what you're talking about and how it all connects. I think I've met a lot of intelligent people, academics, doctors, which you just work for big pharma. Let's just be clear about that. So it ain't that intelligent. But yeah, so that are not necessarily, some of them don't believe in God. I think that if you look in most modalities, you will find evidence of, God, spirituality. Now, that brings me to universal law. And the fact that, there are things that we can know and there is objective truth. One of those things is universal law. But I very publicly, recently, went viral, got a stalker. That person then got involved with very small town gossip stuff here, and then started a smear campaign, and used their knowledge as a therapist to project and not deal with any of their shit. And then because you overstepped a boundary after trying to diagnose my mental health, yeah, that I cussed you out in public and you didn't like it. This and was very joking about it on my social media, going da 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 da, because once again, you flew here like a crazy hoe. So at that point, right, you've overstepped the boundary, right? You came to me as a psychic, then you're diagnosing me as a mental health professional. Unethical. You've been reported, by the way, by several people to have your license revoked. And this person then tried to file a restraining order and a denuncio to kick me out of the town that I live in, based on the narrative of small town gossip of people who can't handle the truth, don't like accountability. And interestingly, over the years that I have known them, have come to me, treated me like shit, and when I've defended myself, they turn me into a bad person. Now, why I'm telling you all of this, and why I will continue to tell my story and what the truth is because A, you're not silencing me, B, you're not disempowering me, C, I think that this is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say to people in general, education. Don't let nobody try to do that shit to you. If people want to fuck around, they'll find out. The truth always prevails. If you're a good person, you will always be okay. You will be divinely protected. And I promise you that. When I had people, official people, come to visit me from the government, one of them had had a dream with me the day before. That was a wonderful dream. And then her grandmother, her father, came forward in spirit, gave messages to the family, and she thanked me for having a very special gift that made me very emotional. It was a wonderful experience. That's universal law, divine protection. Because once again, if you've got a good heart and you're coming from a true space, the vibration that you are on energetically means that's what you're going to get back. But if you have built your whole life on lies and masking and pain, that's what you're going to get back. And the joke is that all of it, I still think I did the right thing, but the joke is this, that all of it is in divine perfection. That's the cosmic joke. It's very annoying. It wasn't an experience that I would have chosen to have. But, perhaps needed on some level for everybody involved. But still, universal law dictates if people do certain things like that, it's going to come back and bite them in the arse. Now, once again, we can know the truth and we can use intuition to discern the truth because the truth is the truth. Regardless of whether or not you think or you feel a certain way. And I will say that about gender. You can feel however you want. You can feel if you want that you're a black rhino. I don't care. It ain't true. So you can think what you want about your name, about your gender, about who you are, right? Maybe that's masking your pain. And maybe that's the truth. And if you're butthurt over the truth, don't go and see a psychic that's going to tell you the truth. So, on that wonderful note, that was a juicy, juicy one. Putting the world to rights. That's what I'm going to use these vlogs for, to let people see who and what I am. Yeah? Don't come for me. You can if you want. Try it, because it won't work. Universal law, divine protection. Okay, if you want to work with me, also, this is very draining. I've got a lot of people that I work with all over the world. I ain't got time for this. My world does not revolve around you. Self-centered. Some people are just self-centered. I'll say the word, cunt, which actually comes from the Hindu goddess Kunti, which means fertility, just to let you know. So that is that. I will, not all of my content is going to be juicy, juicy gossip tea. I like to have fun and spread humor and make silly videos and do silly things when there's not this heaviness and drama going on around me, that people bring to my door because actually they want something from me. So yeah, not all of it's going to be like this. So I apologise. I've had to apologise again. But once again, I will continue to be vocal and myself because I spent a very long time allowing myself to move the things I need to be freely expressive. If you want to work with me, kyletreslove.com. If you want to give for these videos, PayPal at Kyle Treslove. Like I will always say, remember, all is good, all is God, all is love. Till we connect again soon in a